Hey YouTube, React City here. I'm John.
I'm Rose.
I'm Nikki.
And this is Death Note, episode 2. So, last time we had the introduction to our protagonist.
Light.
Yes.
Becoming a god.
So the show immediately just like, alright, this is where we are.
This is it.
Mm-hmm.
So he's come to this revelation that he wants to be god of this planet. Like, he's killed all the major criminals. So what, is he gonna leave school? Leave his family? Like, where is he gonna put on a cool suit and ride a bike through the city?
Like Ghost Rider.
And write like, what's your name? You're gonna die tonight. Like, what how does this show go? I don't know.
From Ghost Rider to Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
He could do like a service, like who you want to kill. I can just write on his
$30 million.
$30 million.
I like that last episode. Ryuk just straight up said, wait, so if you kill every bad person in the world, you're gonna still be around.
Yeah.
And just flew right over like
Yeah.
that.
Like, what are you talking about? Perfect.
Exactly. Exactly.
Alright, so guys, thank you guys very much for being here. Guys, like time here, please leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more. Check out the Patreon in the description if you guys want to see the next episode a whole week early, and tier 3 if you guys want to see the uncut version of any of the shows going forward. Thanks again. I'm seeing you in discussion.
They're still talking to each other, not listening to the teacher. Oh, what is he doing?
Having finally made his dream a reality, he was overwhelmed, both by the magnitude of his achievement and by the joy and happiness that it brought him. Absolutely flawless. Very good.
He doesn't even care anymore.
Hey, hey, buddy.
He's like, got any apples? He's just hanging around him.
Dude, aren't you just gonna go home and hang out in your room as usual? What are you talking about? Of course I have something to do. Yes, something very important.
Oh.
Being evil.
The blue eye. Oh, he's stabbing.
I have a very small window to write names in this notebook. I only have from when I get home from school until I go to bed.
Oh.
I still need to sleep so I can maintain my average and stay at the top of my class.
Oh, okay.
Obviously, I can't be sleeping in class. Plus, there's all the studying at home and at cram school. I can't let myself get too tired. It'll start
Wow.
to affect my health and my mental performance.
Oh.
I'm serious.
But I'm like the only person in my class who doesn't get this stuff. Thanks so much.
No problem. I'd be careful if I were you. If anyone else touches that notebook you've got hidden in the drawer right now, they'll be able to see me too. He waits till now to mention that.
Why does his face look kind of happy?
Mommy,
What's wrong?
He's just
Are you
dumbstruck.
all right?
it's nothing. So, what exactly don't you understand? What are you stuck on?
Well, I think all of it.
All of it.
We're aware of at any rate. These were criminals who were probably facing execution sooner or later.
Last time I checked, murder was still murder. It's still too early to consider these a homicide.
Then how did all these people have heart attacks at the exact same time? That's not coincidence, it's murder!
Do you think it's possible to simultaneously kill all these people in different locations?
Do you think it's possible to have simultaneous heart attacks of people on a list?
I'm sure I'm not alone in suspecting the FBI or CIA. I dare you to say that again! I can be joking around. We need to confirm that these are indeed homicides. If that's the case, it looks as if we'll have no choice but to bring in L.
I know that name.
Everyone got quiet.
What's this L they're talking about?
L is already on the move.
Ooh. Ooh. Is he gonna show his face? Oh, wait. Trench coat, hat.
Man's the only known person who can contact L. Nobody knows his true identity either. Please
So he's wearing a
be
mask?
silent. L would now like to address the
I
devil.
don't want to think about it, but if I make one mistake, I might end up killing my own family.
Is that even possible? He's not even gonna tell him what happens. He's like, oh, alright, I'll see.
The difficulty of this case lies in its unprecedented scope. There's a strong possibility that they're Japanese.
What?
But even if they're not, we can be sure they're hiding in Japan.
What is all this based on?
Why Japan, you ask?
Yeah.
I think I'll be able to provide you with proof of that after I directly confront the company.
Oh.
Direct confrontation?
At any rate, I would like to set up the investigation headquarters in Japan.
Interesting.
Wobbly eyes. Angry wobbly eyes.
If you look closely, you'll find that there's a small hole underneath the drawer. Then you just insert this. Ah, a fake bottom. The diary will distract most people, so I doubt anyone
Diary
will
placed
find it.
perfectly
But
in the
that's not
center
all.
of the drawer.
Even if someone were to try and force the bottom of the drawer open, the circuit would connect, and that would ignite the gasoline contained in the thin plastic casing, instantly setting the notebook on fire.
Yeah, nothing suspicious about that.
Set up, all the evidence would be completely destroyed.
Yeah, I'll blow people up to protect it.
Death Note.
It all comes down to a choice: would I prefer to be executed or deal with a little house fire?
This is. Oh, it's the same thing. It's just like random.
So you can't like write out the story of somebody's life
Yeah.
first. First he'll stub his toe at 6, and then
To be killed next.
Oh, they think Kira is doing it. Somebody named Kira.
Ryuk, you should check this out.
Oh, it is him.
Websites like this are popping up everywhere lately. Although this would probably never happen in school, let's say that students
his
were
eyes are so shiny.
bad people
'Cause he's
All the
looking at-
time.
No, he's looking at the thing.
You can bet that everyone
No,
would
he's
get
turned around
the
now.
correct answer.
Isn't he?
No.
It's just wrong to kill people.
That's what they're bound to say. Of course, that's the correct response to give, right? But on the internet, where you can remain anonymous, support for Kira is growing. Maybe people are afraid to say it out loud, but they all understand what's happening. Someone's making the bad guys disappear one by one. Those who have done no wrong are cheering for Kira in their hearts because they have nothing to fear. Everything is going just like I planned.
And then.
I'd like to apologize for the interruption.
It's a doom flag when you say everything is going exactly as I planned.
What? Something from the ICPO.
We now take you live to the ICPO. Kira, I've got a pretty good idea what your motivation might be, and I can guess what you hope to achieve. However, what you're doing right now is evil.
You think I'm evil?
I am justice! I protect the innocent and those who fear evil. I'm the one who will become the god of a new world that everyone desires. All those who would oppose that god, they are the ones who are truly...
Oh no. Oh no.
I guess you're just too stupid.
That's why he put the name.
This could have been a lot more interesting if you'd only been a bit smarter.
So now
He
it
put
goes
his
from
name on
justice to
purpose.
just opposing him makes
Yeah,
people
that's
evil.
right. Oh dear. He has crossed over the line.
I'll show the world what
All
happens
lines.
when you cross
Wait, was he just
Oh, I guess
sitting there
it-
the whole time?
No, I think it was a fake. He wasn't actually L, so he was just testing it out.
I know, but he was just the guy was just sitting there on the screen for
Yeah,
just
I
saying
think
nothing.
that was the plan.
Have nothing else to say?
Well,
See, they're like,
you
yep.
could have cut the broadcast.
I had to test this just in case, but I never thought it would actually happen. Kira, it seems you can kill people without having to be there in person. It appears that not even you have access to information about these types of criminals.
Got him. Got him.
But I assure you, L is real. I do exist. Now, try to kill me.
You bastard.
What's wrong?
What the hell is going on? He's really taking this too far. Are you trying to kill yourself, Elle? What's going on? Look, it's Kira versus Elle.
Goading. Can't you do it?
Although this was announced as a worldwide broadcast, the truth is, we are only broadcasting in the Kanto region of Japan. And I now know where you are.
This L guy is pretty good.
The police treated your first killing as an unrelated incident, but in actuality, the first of your victims was a suspect in Shinjuku. Of all the criminals that have recently died of heart attacks, this one's crime was by far the least serious. Furthermore, his crime was only ever reported inside Japan.
I used that information to deduce this.
You were in Japan, and your first victim was little more than an experiment, which means that you haven't been killing for very long.
Oh my gosh, he's smart.
Broadcasting
Longer. You can answer all of my questions when I catch you.
Let's meet again soon.
The game's afoot.
Yes. He's all like Sherlock Holmes and stuff.
Sounds interesting.
Oh gosh.
I accept your challenge.
Oh no.
Ryuk's like, what?
Tell the other without knowing the other's name or face. And the first one whose identity is revealed will die. Humans are so much fun.
Kira, I will hunt you down wherever you're hiding, and I will eliminate you. I am justice.
Ah.
Discussion.
Discussion.
All right.
It starts out, Elle is trying to go about his daily.
You mean like
Light.
Yeah.
Yeah, Light is trying to go about his daily. And then Ryuk just like, oh, by the way, if anybody else touches it, they can see me. And Light's like, bruh.
Yeah.
thanks for telling me now?
My sister's right here, and you tell me that now. So he makes this cool little contraption, bomb in his drawer,
Booby trapped.
Yeah.
and his excuse is gonna be, I just didn't want somebody else to find my real diary, so I set the house on fire.
It's like under no circumstances can anyone figure out what that is.
Yeah.
Like, I'd rather have to be the village idiot for the rest of my life than anyone know I'm the one to be killing people.
Yeah.
I find it very interesting that he wants to keep up appearances. Like, he didn't like throw everything in to like, you know, forget school. This isn't important. This is important. But he wants to be known, but not.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I don't know.
Well, do you think it's that he wants to keep up appearances, or
This just his this is my standard of life.
remember, he wants to be the god of the new world, and he's very judgmental of other people, so he can't falter at all. He has to be as close to perfect as possible.
Yeah.
He's the top student in Japan. He wants to be the best human.
Yeah.
Because look, I earned this. I clearly am better than your average person, you know. He wants to show off to everyone. If he slips and falls, that's unacceptable to him.
Speaking of which, we kind of see, well, I don't know if that's skipping ahead, but yeah, they start calling him Kira.
Yeah.
Because in Japanese, the word
The L
L's
sounds like
and
R.
R's are the
Yeah.
same,
Yeah.
practically the same letter. So Kira, Killa.
Yeah.
Killa.
Killer.
Yeah.
Killer. Yeah.
So they start calling him Kira. And, I wrote it sideways. Right, he, and then what's his name? Lind L. Taylor comes on and is like, you're evil, Kira. You're evil.
Lay into him.
Yeah, and that we see his psychology twist a bit, where he's like,
Yeah, the big twist.
yeah, he's like, you think I'm evil?
Well, anyone who opposes me
is evil. It went from justice based on, you know, normal moral standards to he is his own moral
Yeah.
standard, and if you're against him, you're evil.
Yeah, that's
Basically,
crazy.
anything he does is good in his sight, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a full twist.
big twist.
Big twist. You know, don't jaywalk in front of his car. Don't do anything.
So yeah, before all that though, we saw the ICPO meet.
Yes, Interpol, I guess. Is
Yes.
what
It's like Interpol.
I think
It
so.
is Interpol.
It is.
Okay.
It's had the name in the background.
Oh, okay, I didn't see that. All the countries of the world. Why are our criminals dying?
Some of them are like, let it happen.
Yeah.
Others are like, bruh.
Yeah, I understand the mentality of them. Like this is in like their indignation. I guess they're like, this can't. How dare you kill these people before we can? Or
Yeah, we're killing them.
yeah. The thing is, like, were they all? I think I can't remember. Did they say they were all slated for execution, or they all may have been
They
executed?
were gonna be executed sooner or later. They said,
Oh.
because it's the top,
Yeah, the wanted
most
people.
wanted list.
Right.
So
Though, to be fair, not everyone on the wanted list necessarily would be sentenced to execution.
Right.
But usually they've done something that society would deem okay if they get executed.
Right.
Usually.
yeah,
I think the main gripe it's something that you can see in every day is there are some people who are like something terrible happens to maybe a criminal, like unbelievably horrible, and they're like, whatever, he was a criminal anyway, no one cares. But then there's also other side where people are like, strictly no, we're a
That was
society,
human,
we
yeah.
have an order to things, there's rules. Just because he got killed does not mean justice occurred.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, stuff like that. So,
and
That's
we
true.
see like,
yeah.
I mean, anybody, even if they're on the most wanted list, if your psychology is like, okay, I'm just gonna kill all of these people, then you're probably a danger to society in some
Yeah,
way.
that's true.
As we just witnessed.
That's exactly
That's-
case in point.
Yeah, that's what I always think of. If you're capable of killing somebody with limited information and with basically what you have,
your own judgment.
rather than getting counsel. That's what basically a jury is. It's the council of people, and you're probably a problem.
And his whole talk too about human nature was interesting, where he was like, all humans' natural response to murder is like, it's wrong to kill people.
Yeah.
But then their secret feelings are that
They want 'em
no,
gone.
kill him. Yeah. Was the when we went just before we saw the girl smiling on her phone, the first time they showed her, did she type in "kill everyone"?
Yeah,
Yeah,
she was like,
that
Kira,
was the same
kill
girl.
everyone.
Oh, okay.
She's like, yes.
It's just
Kira.
like that. To me, that was just a picture of like, oh, let's play with this. It's like, oh, Kira,
Yeah,
kill
it's
people.
exciting. No one
Yeah.
knows what's going on.
He's not really thinking like, what if you did that?
What if you did that?
And I think also to jump on the last thing you said, the escalation, like I think this is just the tip of the iceberg. Like his mental state is spiraling down.
Yeah.
Like because the next thing is like anyone who, if you trip, you touch me wrong.
Yeah.
You looked at me badly. I don't know, you made me upset because something stupid. Like he might end up actually killing people, like the bullies in his school. He might compromise that. Like I think it's very, very a very slippery slope.
Well,
that
he
he's going
actually,
down.
remember in episode 1, he did say that's what's going to happen.
Oh,
he
he
said
said
I'm
that?
going to kill everybody who's really bad. And then he said for people who do lesser crimes, not as important things, I let them die off by disease
Oh,
or something
yeah.
until everybody's perfect.
yeah.
That's
So they would
interesting.
eventually get targeted.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true.
And the only reason I still don't know if the only reason he didn't kill that one bully he saw in cram school was because it was somebody who could be connected to him.
That's what he
Or
said.
He just said it's
Too
he's too
close.
close. So,
Yeah.
so I don't know if that's because he's too close, as in I've seen him, I know him, or
yeah.
you're a liability to my identity.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
I imagine it's something like liability. Like he's taking all this so methodically and careful. He's even if he wants to kill the guy, he's like, I've got a grand plan here. I can't screw up like this.
Yeah. You know, one thing that I think might be a big clue, seeing how smart L is, he might suspect, like, somehow, very easy for him to suspect top student in Japan. Like, he has some sort of superiority complex. Like, I can see
Like he
him,
wants
like,
to top this
guessing
guy.
that.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm just going to investigate him a little bit.
Well, he already deduced that he's
In
in
this place.
Kanto.
Yeah.
I guess it was a educated guess to
Yeah.
start out in Kanto because he figured out where the first
Random killing was.
random killing was, and he also deduced that it was just like he was just testing if he could do it. So he's probably gonna zero in
Real fast.
real fast.
Yeah, I don't know that Light is book smart, but is he? Well, we saw that he did deduce everything that was about to happen with the Shinigami, him showing up. You know, he did think, oh yeah, the cops were gonna get into it, so he has some foresight. But I don't know if he can match up to L. I guess we're gonna find out.
Yeah, I mean, this was funny. What I really enjoyed about that scene of the deduction is I can see that happening in real life.
Yeah.
Because like everybody's dying of heart attacks all of a sudden, but I mean, you'd think the first person you killed was by a random heart attack. So you're not gonna think that somebody's gonna look at the news like, you know what? The first time someone randomly collapsed of a heart attack was this guy getting hostage taken right here.
Yeah,
You
and
know?
it was on the news.
Yeah, I mean, heart attacks may be common, but a high tension situation, the robber suddenly dropping dead like that, that's not common.
Yeah. Something else that is against Light is he does not have access to information. That's
He has
something Elle
access to
pointed
public
out.
information, yeah.
Public information. He does not have insider information. That's one of the clues that Elle got, that that's why he's not able to just kill anyone.
Yeah, he's not
Yeah.
like a high up person
Yeah.
or in the police force or anything.
That would have narrowed it down if he was. So I think it makes it a little harder for Elle to find him because it means he's just a nobody kind of. I think that was interesting that he came up with that, and that's also a problem for Light because L is in the information industry. Like,
Yeah.
he is the
He has
Eptimon.
everything.
He has everything. So it's gonna. I don't know. I'm really curious to see how Light's mental fight ramps up after this.
I also just want to point out, to this very day, despite this show being so old, if you Google L, the first thing that comes up is his L.
Yeah.
L.
That's why it's like when I heard him say L, I was like, I know that name.
I know
that
name,
was
yeah.
one of the. He was the main character that I saw most of. I vaguely remembered the name Light, but I always remembered an L character on
Yeah.
DeviantArt. People were always drawing him.
I will say, don't test that because a lot of other spoiler stuff will.
Oh no! I haven't gone back to look. It was years ago.
I understand that you won't. Just on a slim chance.
just
that,
in
like,
case.
I want to see if it pops up. Just don't do that.
Yeah.
No, I never looked it up or anything. It's just it came up in my feed. People were just watching
Speaking. Yeah.
Yeah. The only other thing is, I like that Ryuk stills, when he started writing all those names, just like, hey, why are you working so?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like-
It's like back to what
Yeah.
he was saying, like what they did in the Shinigami world.
Yes, that was funny.
He's bored him, even though this is what he's come for. It's like, man, he really likes this thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so guys, thank you very much for being here. Guys, like time here, please leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more. Check out the Patreon in the description if you guys want to see next episode a whole week early, or if you want to check out the uncut reactions. So thank you guys very much, and we'll see you guys next time in React City. Goodbye.
Oh, bye.
Special thanks to our patrons, Tyrone, Wordmaster, Kevin J, Mikael Davis, Chance, and Andy J.